Hey guys, Dib the Awesome here to give you a very special video where I talk about my voice acting history from A to Z so far in my life. Uh, my career on YouTube. Now, before I became a Monster Legends YouTuber and all that jazz, I did all my work on here was mostly voice acting work. And other gameplay, miscellaneous stuff I played with my friends. Uh, this channel is mostly it was created on the idea of mostly voice acting stuff. I have taken a huge break for the longest a while. I'm gonna say that right off the bat. uh, Mostly because all the recent stuff a lot of the stuff that I auditioned for never happened. That's just for the most part. I just got one of those actor drawbacks. I like none of the things that I was auditioning for ever flew. It's just one of those situations. Beyond that, we're talking about my history today of voice acting. I am getting back in the saddle again, as the cool kids say, or I am going to start voice acting again. I just posted my first auditions. I think it was yesterday, I think it was either yesterday or day before. Uh, I can't remember on top of my head. For the Regnum comic for Animation Will Feel Me 14 series. I'm excited for that. Crossing my fingers. I'm really excited to see results, and all that jazz, or to see if I got in and all that. Uh, you also know where all that jazz actually. I think in this video you'll discover where all that jazz. You guys notice I say all that jazz a lot. I think I know where it came from. You'll know in the video. But yeah, let's start from where it all began. And where did it begin? For my voice acting career, you ask. Why it started on? I don't know if it's gonna change the from the from this picture I drew here. This was just a visual background. I'm just gonna click and see the date on. Well, this is the first posting. There was like one video, and then the like several days later, I posted, or like I think it's like 2 days later? Question mark. Or just we'll just say several days to be safe. Uh, but on November 29th, 2014, is when my acting career began, or at least when I started auditioning for stuff. Way back then, in the year 2014, I started my voice acting career for a audition for Animation Will Yumi 14's Five Nights at Freddy's series. It was a fan comic that she made, and she wanted voice actors for various roles. Since the introduction of the second game, she branched out the character roster to the toys, and so she had auditioned for all the toy animatronics. So the very first one, see, I actually got this. Before this was even a thing, I was a huge fan of her. I mean, I still am. She's a wonderful artist and all that jazz. Uh, Again, that's where you're gonna find out where all that jazz came from today. Uh, but fantastic, fantastic artist and fantastic person. Bear hug buddies forever. uh, Swell gal. Uh, but yeah, I was interested in the FNAF fandom, and uh, I learned of her through one of her animations. They got a really boom, her channel booming too. That was one of her biggest. Like, she got a big boom in subscribers. I'm really happy for her too. Uh, but yeah, that's when I got into the into it, and I decided that would should I was like, yeah, that should totally be the first thing I auditioned for. For the longest of the time, I've been an actor. Like, I think in that time I was still in high school. I was totally still in high school. I can't remember what grade I was in, but I graduated in 2015. So odds are I was like that's probably my junior year of high school. I think I was in like 11th grade, because yeah, I graduated in 2015, I do believe. Yeah, yeah, that's totally the case. So yeah, I was a junior, and yeah, that was my first audition. My first auditions for uh, my first just general audition. The first thing I auditioned for was the part of Marionette. Uh, I think there was, and then after that, I did another video for Toy Freight. I kept it separate because again I'm starting out, so I said, oh, maybe I should keep these video sets, separate. Separate them. So I did another one, or maybe I think this maybe I redid it. I can't remember what happened, but I think you know what I think what happened. I think the marionette was straight up chosen. So I think I made another audition for the other parts. Uh, so I auditioned for Toy Freddy and Toy Bonnie, and I did land the part for Toy Freddy. I was so happy. I was so happy that I got in. Really touching moment and all that jazz. I thought in that auditions, I actually talked about my passions and how I like to make people happy as a actor. I love entertaining people. You know, bring the feels. I love acting. So I'm glad that was the one that got in. I was really happy, and I was really more happy once I met everybody. Everybody was cool. A whole bunch of great moments in Sky Calls with the FNAF cast. I got to get to know a lot of people, and a lot of people that I still hang out with today, namely Dull Dummy, trying to do stuff with Jay-Z again, or Josiah. I haven't talked to Quillogy in such a long time. Right now, I'm just listing all the voice actors at the moment. So I might as well just list them all. There was Dull Dummy, of course, Yumi herself, Jay-Z. I can't remember his channel name, but Josiah or Jay-Z for short. Enchanted Mew, wonderful person, just straight up. Just straight up. Everyone in there was wonderful. In all honesty, Connor. That's when first time I met Connor. Alpha Star. Really cool. Again, all these people I'm mentioning right now, really cool people, really dear friends. Uh, I don't think we talked much, but Shadow Anubis. There was also I can't remember. I think the only name I don't remember was the name of the YouTuber of the name of the camera guy who played the part of not the camera guy, phone guy. I can't remember the name on top of my head for him, but I can't. It is straight up. I can't remember his name. MLG Gamer. I haven't talked to him in for like ever, man. But really, again, all the people I'm mentioning right now, really, I'm doing the all right sign. They're really all right people, really really nice people. I have for some I haven't talked to them much since the disbandment of the series or just the disbandment of the FNF cast. But some of them I do. Some I do. I still talk to this day. Uh, yeah. uh, sadly though, uh, the episode that was going to air, the second episode where it would be the first, just straight up, that never actually came to be. By that time, the series got canceled. But never feared though. We did do stuff. We did stuff. We did podcasts as our characters. And I'm pretty sure I made I'm pretty sure I made the character a fan favorite in like just like the podcast and stuff like that, like Toy Freddy. If you guys wanted to hear the Toy Freddy voice, that's the voice. Here it is. Hi, I'm Toy Freddy Fazbear. This is the voice I used for the animation Wolfie Yumi 14 series. Isn't it all cool and fun and all that jazz? Yay! I'm Toy Freddy Fazbear. But yeah, that was the voice. It sounds a lot better when you see back then. That was also the first. That was back then. I had really terrible mic equipment. So yeah, that was a thing too. But yeah, we got to do podcast. Now the podcasts were funny. I love the podcasts. We did a bunch of. I highly recommend go checking out Dull Dummy's channel, and I bet he still has the. I bet he still has the podcast. I swear I bet he does. He still has the podcast posted on there. Really funny time. I mean, funny time. Where it's fun time. It was a real fun time. So much fun to hang out with the the cast. I also played. This is just a side note, but I would also play Smash Brothers with them, and that was a whole bunch of fun. We that was funny. We played Smash Brothers, bunch of fun. Just straight up. uh, and then besides the podcast, I had also done a side series. I actually wrote a FNAF audio skits, or AKA, Five Nights at Freddy's audio skits. See, I had no animation talent whatsoever. Uh, Even my talent, in terms of artistic skills, it only goes so far. I have made some animations, but they're not entirely long. I can't remember what my longest animation is, but I have done some side projects with Yumi in terms of, like, maps. When she sets out those maps, or she's planning on doing a map, which is a bunch of small animation collaborations. Those are really fun to do. I love doing those. If you ever ask me, hey, Dib, can you write a few, draw a few for this map series? It's like, yeah, I totally do. I would totally do that. Whatever you want, anytime, you name it. I'm on the job. Friends, right? Friends. Friendship. If a friend asks me to do something, all right, I'll help you out. No problem, man. Free of charge, friends. uh, Whatever you need, I'll be there. uh, I just realized that I forgot to change back to the picture, so I hope like for several minutes it hasn't been dark. But here's the picture again. uh, but yeah, I started to write small skits for, it's a fan, of course it's fan based. It's not, linked to canon, or I don't know if it was canon, or it just what I wrote. I just wrote it. It's just skits. As far as I'm concerned, it's just kind of like mini plays, or just all that jazz. It has elements. I placed it in the world that was, again, fan. You can think of it like a fanfic. I don't know. But either way, I started the series when I brought up I just wrote a skit, and then I just told it to everybody, and all the like, they laughed. They thought it was really funny, cleverly written, and they totally wanted me to make a series. I was like, okay, awesome, I will do that. If you guys support it, I'll totally do it. Nope. Yeah, that's no problem at all. I was actually, I don't flattered. I'm glad you guys liked my writing. I don't know if I ever thanked you guys for liking it, but thanks. I love the support you guys gave me. Uh, so I went on to write. I do believe it was. Yeah, I actually have to pull up the list here. I can't remember on top of my head just how many episodes I managed to post. I'm just kind of I'm trying to pulling up on my playlists here. All right, so in total, because I know just straight up the bat, like I did have one of the voice act one of the voice we had an episode made by one of the actors, Connor, who did the voice of Shadow Bonnie. Did one of the skits that related to Shadow Bonnie and Toy Freddy, and that one was funny. That was a good one. See, I'm trying to find it. Okay, here it is. uh, there are a total of 6 skits. There are 6 skits. You can just straight up find them on, it's on a playlist on my channel, FNAF audio skits. Take the time to listen to them. They're really. I thought was my favorite. This was, honestly, this is one of my favorite project series, or like one of the things I've like. I didn't write the episode 3, but I think everything else I did write. Honestly, I think I did write it. I think I wrote I think the only episode I didn't write was episode 3. Everything else that is on that list, I do believe I wrote it. Yeah. So I think in terms of, like, between that list I did there for that series, that voice, that audio skit series, my favorite one of all time, the one that I think it was the best written, the best done, will always be the FNAF audio skits Valentine's Day special. Now I was like, oh, Dave, that's such a mushy thing. Why would that? I genuinely think that's the best one. I love that one the most. for several reasons. I thought it was the most well written one I have ever done. Uh, there was a lot of meanings in it, a lot of relatable subject matter, specifically on love, appearance. Love doesn't have to be. People can love you for actually who you are rather than how you look, or they can see a more beautiful beauty. They can see beauty. Uh, they can see beauty what others can't see beauty in. I think that again, really, I you should check that out. It's one of my it's one of, in all honesty, it's one of my favorite works I have ever done, and it's just amazing. The second reason is the lovely ladies that helped me out with the project. Animation with Yumi 14 herself did drew some of the pictures for the ending scene, and the lovely Enchanted Mew provided the voice for Mango, which she was the voice actor for the she was going to be Mango for the FNAF series. Uh, if that episode would have came out, if that would have been a thing, uh, yeah, but wonderful people. It was such a blast to do that project with them. I think in terms of collaboration too. That again, that's a finest collaboration. I think that's my finest collaboration too in terms of voice acting, or in terms of just voice acting. We're just wonderful, wonderful, wonderful video. Go see it. I'm gonna put a link in the description below. Go check it out. uh, I also did some. I also played like a. I had done a little bit of Toy Freddy playing Five Nights at Freddy's, but actually got that actually got copy strike, so I had to take it down. uh, and then I did just a prologue of Albert's journals, which was going to be a prequel to the series, the skit series. It's like I could probably do, you know, uh, some a prequel series to the skits, but again, it's just kind of a project that I eventually dropped. I just eventually dropped it. Uh, so oddly enough, I don't think that's in the. Strangely enough, that isn't in the. It's not in the playlist, but the trailer is. Probably figure, oh, where's that first episode? I was like, it was not in the playlist. I have to put that in the playlist later. Uh, but yeah, I think in terms of funny, I think the funniest one, if you guys really want a good chuckle, check out the boxes episode featuring my voice of Toy Freddy. Toy Freddy, Marionette, played by the awesome Alpha Star. Uh, and Balloon Boy, played by Quilligy, who is actually auditioning for the Regnum comic. So best of luck to you too, buddy. Best of luck to everybody that is auditioning. If like the old gang is auditioning for it, best of luck to everybody. Thumbs up. I hope I get to work with you guys again. That'd be awesome. But yeah, if you guys want a good chuckle, check out the Boxes episode because it's kind of referencing the SpongeBob episode. And there's a lot of witty humor too. You gotta check that episode out. Take my word for it. So that marked all my work in the FNAF category. I had a bunch of other skit ideas that never came to be because lines never came to be. uh, one of the major things in terms of voice acting work, waiting for the actors to actually give you their lines, and specifically on time. It's also really hard if they keep not doing it for months or like the stuff keeps happening on their part and you just never get them. That Boxes episode took forever, and it's probably one of the reasons why it's one of the last episodes. Yeah. I never got voice lines was an issue, so I just kind of dropped it where it was. There, like once the fandom died, I just dropped it where it was. I think that was a fine last episode in terms of last episode, episode 4, Boxes. That was a right place to put it there. But yeah. So beyond FNAF work, what was my next thing? What did I do next? Well, for the smallest of time, I mean the smallest, like a episode, I did the voice for. Yeah, I'm just gonna put it back on, my picture now. I did the voice for Slender Man for Eyeless Jack's Creepypasta show. I was like a fan. It was another fan work. I was like, I was like, okay, auditions. I just straight up looked for auditions, and then the first thing I saw were auditions for Creepypasta series. I was like, okay, and I auditioned for Slender Man, and I sent him my voice of Slender Man, which was this, uh, as the famous quote, "No eyes, always watching." So it sounded like that, in a deep and subtle voice, always quiet, yet soothed and simple. You got so yeah. I don't know if you guys how audible with that. I might have had to up the the audio. I mean, I had to up my what you call it. I think up. I think that was still the time. I don't even think I needed to up the mic because I think that at that time I was still using my headset mic, which isn't a good way to do voice acting. Get like an actual mic, like a voice acting mic. Blue Yeti. I highly recommend the Blue Yeti. It's what I'm using right now. Catches the voice real and clear. Oh, that jazz. That was fun. I enjoyed that. No other episode besides the first one ever came out, which was interesting. But I love doing the voice. Next thing, I'd say the next thing was the I auditioned for a fans original series. It was like a pixel chibi animated thing, and that never came to be, sadly. Really rocked the voices there. It just never came to be. I forgot to mention. I forgot to mention too. Besides, this is going back to FNAF work. I was like, oh wait, I forgot to mention. The old jazz. Where'd that come from? It actually came from the first episode of the audio skit series. It was a line that, it was a line. Frank said, who was a OC of Animation Movie 14s. It's an OC of Animation Movie 14. He's a fan character, all that jazz. And that was the line. That's the line that I wrote. Is like I must have got like bumped in the head or something because now I just is like all that jazz. I just say it when I can't think of anything. So that's the origin of that. On the sense of mentioning that, I did a lot of funny shorts, or like I would fan dub. Fan dub's the better term. I would fan dub, just art. Just art of what Yumi would put on her DeviantArt. I'd fan dub that, and she always liked. She always liked that. I'm always happy I did mostly because she liked it, which is awesome. And I also got Yurt to do Fangs. I got him to do the voice. I do a short with him doing one of the voices, and he also did Green Bunny. I can't remember the Green Bunny's name, but Trey also provided the voice for that. I also provided the I also provided the voice. Several characters just for that fan dubbing for that. I remember specifically the police officer animatronic, and I think that can closely be based on that last year I did. I think you can find reference in that if you ever go back to that my auditions, and then go back to that officer animatronic. You could tell, maybe you could see the similarities in it. But yeah, that was a funny one. That one was funny. It was about like baby, where do babies come from? And it's like, they come in a box. That's funny. And then, so after Slender Man, what did I do next? I'm actually gonna. So I keep flip flopping between this and this, but I'm gonna pull this out again. I gotta click back a few times. Back. It's not going back. Back, I say. It's not going back. It's stuck on the playlist page. Okay. I'm just gonna highly assume. That's all. I'm also gonna put that a link into that in the description too. It's called FNAF Misc. If you guys want to see all the little fan dubs of that I did, that was, FNAF related in terms of Yumi's work, and I also did one for I did like 2 dubs for different artists. So you can see that in that link below. Do check that. In all honesty, do check a lot of these voice acting stuff. I do I do enjoy my voice acting work. Always be appreciative of your art, even when someone tells you it's garbage. Always appreciate your work. You worked on it. That's you're growing as an artist. Take your if you feel like you could have done better, take that and do better. Do keep improving yourself. Uh, and do love your work. Even if you feel like you hate, do enjoy your work. Always enjoy what you do. Just appreciate the work that you've done, and keep doing it. Keep improving. I improve myself. Acting. You just got. It's just something you got to do, and you'll really appreciate all the things you've done. When you're looking back at the old memory load, like me right now, I'm appreciating all the work that I've done for voice acting so far. I personally love it. I also did, I also did. You should check that out too. I also did a mini episode of Prop Hunt with Dull Dummy who voiced Bonnie. We role played like an episode of Prop Hunt as Toy Freddy and Bonnie. Do check that out. That was funny too. I wonder if Doll actually remembers that. That'd be funny if he did, because that's currently in my playlists. Check that out. uh, but yeah, okay. Moving on from FNA, I do believe that is all the FNAF stuff. Now we're moving on to other stuff. Me and my best friend Yurt, aka Trey, we did it was like an episode. We're just, let's just say, it's in the works. But spy calls. That's the next thing. I we did. That was the next voice related thing we did was spy calls. I do believe in that series. It was like an episode. It's about like spies and calling, obviously. Just the name spy calls, where spies would have conversations with each other and they'd be really funny, or the villain, the villain would talk to the spies. It was meant to be that. We're gonna make it simpler, just to give you guys, we're planning on it. It's in the works. No promises, but we're working on it. Bringing back spy calls, and that series revolved around pigs, spies, and really awesome stuff. It would have been, it would have been a lot of things. Humor is the main goal of it. I want to say Yurt does a fantastic pig impression, like an evil pig scientist. Spot on. Go watch that spy call. Again, I'm putting all this stuff in the links description, man. Do check them out. But yeah, that was the next project we did. The next voice acting relating project that I have done was now I don't know which came first, but next up on the list was my own Creepypasta series, and where it's Undertale. Okay, there we go. There we go. I finally phased through Undertale, which was the last thing. I do believe that's the last thing. So we're gonna just go to first, and then we're gonna go to the last thing, or the recent thing. Well, in terms of not including that audition that I've just done, but in terms of that, what I did before. Well, wait. I don't think that. Yeah, I think that would be my But there was also one thing before the last thing. Words. Let's just keep going. The Forest. So The Forest, it was actually going to be a series about two kids, and it's going to be about a town of creepypasta where all the creepypastas live. Slenderman, Clockwork, whatever have you, all these popular creepypastas. There was a big storyline, changes, fight characters, all that jazz. That never came to be because female voice actors. No, there was no none. No female voice actors. So that project immediately. And the second reason is copyright issues. I'm laughing nervously right now, just thinking about the copyright issues, because it terrifies me. Apparently, like, copyright issues is there are some creepypasta creators that are really, really huge on their work being copyright. They like someone's using their character in a way that they don't want it to be portrayed, and they get really mad. Specifically, TikTok Toby's creator is always like you would think, like, with anyone like ever making a fan anything, you think they'd be, oh cool, somebody made a fan work of my character. This guy, like this example, this guy for example, he or she, I don't know if it's a boy or a girl, hates like portrayals of TikTok Toby because it's not seen in his light, or is like, and he actually got a copyright. He actually has copyrights on it. I mean, like he has the rights on it. So if you do, yeah, you're gonna get charged. So it's like, yeah, maybe I should not do a series on this. Keep it in the Word, Microsoft Word, all the documents that are all the stories that I've written on it. Let's keep that aside. Let's not make that a thing that could get me in trouble later. There are of course a lot of creepypasta characters that aren't copyrighted. Obviously, I feel like Slender. Everyone can freely use Slenderman and portray him whatever he wants. Slenderman. I don't think he has a hardcore owner, a specific owner. But I didn't want people coming at my door. You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, you didn't portray my character right, or is this character supposed to be paired up with this person? Shame on you. Well, man, I don't want that shit at all. Nope. Yeah, apparently, creepypasta territory don't trend in terms of voice acting. Like, if you're planning on making your own series on it, people might chew your ass. uh, but yeah, it's just, it's a shame too. It's a shame that never became a thing. But yeah, it's just how it is. So the next thing on my list, I actually did a short, it was a VG. I'm planning on having this to be back, or actually starting the series of dubbing VG cats, or video game cats. I did a college project in college, and I did a voice acting video, showing my teacher my, voice acting talents and just my passion for voice acting. So I called upon Dole Dummy, Connor, and that guy Robert, really swell guy too, really awesome voice actor, and they helped me put together this fantastic dubbing of several comics from the VG Cats webcomic. Made by Scott. I can't pronounce his last name. I can't remember his last name. I think it was a really complicated name today. I think it was, but Scott. Scott's an amazing artist. Read his work is fantastic. Makes super effective Pokemon. It's a Pokemon parody series. Just funny guy. But yeah, that was the thing, and. The last thing I did, I do believe, was an audition for Papyrus for a fan. He was gonna make a comic series. That project was dropped, and I think that was around the time of oh no, wait, I take that back. That's not the last thing. The very last thing I did. The reason why I kind of took a pause on voice acting was the latest one, which was another creepypasta thing. You think I was done with that? It's like, so I auditioned for a fan. It's really ironic. I auditioned for a fan comic, with the same same legal copyright concerns. I guess it's just because I wasn't if anything happened, I wouldn't be the one in trouble. It would be the person making the series. But yeah, I got a part as Slenderman, Slenderman's happy-go-lucky opposite Gloom and Doom. Of Gloom and Doom, Happy and Joy brother, and that never became a thing, and I just took a pause in acting for a while because I've been in a lot of projects that never came to be. It's hard to get into projects that actually become full throttle, or people go all the way through, everything gets done on time. That's just the gig. But when stuff does come together and you get to see the project as a whole, you feel great. I'm gonna say, for the most part, any project that was ever done in full complete circle, I was always I was happy for my work. I was proud of everyone's work too. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I love watching it as a whole and watching it through and through, because it feels like such a great accomplishment. To get something done and while you're working really hard on it. I'd say for audio skits took me a while because you have to put all the lines together. Obviously, you have to cut and put the audio in the correct spot, give the right timings right. You just have to do that, or else it just sounds really terrible. You can see some editing problems in some of my audio skits, or like some of them weren't perfect, or like there was like a beep or something, not a beep, but like a or something like that. I forgot the auto, like maybe like silent, thing, a pop in between the lines, or like they came too early. The line was said too early. Just got that's small stuff. It's just small editing stuff you gotta look after. There, it's just a thing. Uh, but overall, I love the work I've done over the years, and I love the people that I've worked with. Everyone's every single person I've worked with is, you know, acting is a family thing. You know, theater family, voice acting family, voice acting community, what have you. Appreciate everyone. Bless all your guys' souls, and I hope we continue working in the future, and all that jazz. So yeah, that's all I really wanted to say. For I, I keep forgetting to switch back to my picture. I hope for the most of this time it's just been on the picture. Is it like okay? So maybe it just stays on the picture the entire time. I hope so. But yeah, that's everything I wanted to talk about today. I hope you enjoyed this small tour or big tour, I'd say. It's a pretty big tour, and continuing to span voice acting history of me, Dib the Awesome. I hope you guys have an awesome day.